finally it's time for it to come out and let the world know about the album called Focus. How deep the Father's love. I remember I was in a concert, and someone was singing How Deep the Father's Love, and what blew me away was it was the strings. It was actually the strings. Just listening to the strings, and all I kept on remembering. I couldn't even remember the whole song. All I kept on remembering was the simple words of it was my sin that held him there, and I thought that was so powerful. And it just kept on replaying, and then my wife was at the same concert with me, and she like a couple weeks later she started singing the song, and I was just like, I stopped what I was doing, and she was just singing, and I just stopped, and I said, babe, that has to go on that album. And she was like, yeah, that song's powerful. When we done it on the night of the live recording, we nearly had to like end the concert there, because the spirit just flooded the place, and no matter how much we tried to move on, you'll hear it on the album. No matter how much we tried to move on, it just kept on. People just kept on worshiping and worshiping, and we just had to leave it there and just be solemn in that atmosphere and just worship God. So that song plays a big part to me, and I love it dearly, and it helps even more that my wife is singing it. Somehow, the funny thing about somehow is when I wrote it, all I wrote was somehow I know my God is real, Jesus I can feel. Yes, I know my God is real. I just wrote that. I just wrote the chorus to it, and I wasn't even going to put it on the album. I said to Adrian, Adrian, I don't think this is going to go on the album. And I never forget, he phoned me and was like, bruv, you can't dim the track. You can't dim the track. And I said, bro, it ain't even got no verses to it. So him and his wife, Melissa Moore, they wrote some verses, and they sent me back the track, and they said, Vo, listen to this and tell me if this can't go on the album. And I listened to it, and I was just like, oh my days, now we're gonna have to put this on the album amongst the rest of the songs that have to go on the album. And then I said, you know what, let's go for it. And then while we was in production and we was putting it together, it just took a turn, and it went from church to this rocky, how do you know he's real to me, and it just went to this rocky place. And I said, oh my days, I was like, don't change that. I was like, keep that. And I remember that when we started hearing it, we heard this guitar and was like, that has to go in there, and it has to just give that different element. And when the track came together, I was just like, man, I'm so happy that we ended up putting this track on the album. So somehow it is definitely one of my favorites.